Cardano achieves milestone with record long-term holders. In other words, Cardano undervalued right now. And that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. As we do look at on-chain metrics such as this, as we do look at the ADA chart zoomed out, zoomed in, ADA BTC, we're going to really go through a bunch of different data points for Cardano. It's going to be very thorough. And we're also going to look at some Cardano news right now. Cardano, I know price is down and I know there's a lot of negativity with Cardano, but if you just pay attention to the data, if you pay attention to what's going on, if you pay attention to what happened this time last cycle, I think we get some really good hints of what could potentially be happening next. And that's what I want to discuss in this video. So please hit the subscribe, hit the like. Let's jump into the video. I want to start actually just by saying this. I'm not trying to sell anybody on Cardano. Cardano is a huge piece of my crypto journey. I'm just tracking it with y'all. And I want to say, if you're out there and you're an ADA holder, if you've been watching my videos and you're cool with my Cardano content, I just want to say I'm thankful. I'm grateful that on this crazy, volatile, unknown crypto journey, it's cool to be able to do these videos and just have people out there that are seeing what I'm seeing, that are kind of on the similar journey with me. And I just want to say thank you for that. Let's start the video. Before we dive into the charts and really just dissect even the long-term and the shorter-term price action of ADA, I want to talk about some things. I started off with this long-term holders, record-breaking. The percentage of ADA held by long-term holders has hit an all-time high, accounting for nearly 40% of the total supply. 72% of ADA holders are classified as hodlers, having held their ADA for over a year. I was like walking around my house yesterday just thinking about crypto in general, and I was like, crypto just keeps kind of like consolidating, falling slowly. And I'm thinking to myself, like, who is selling? Who's out there really selling? It's such manipulation. And it's so clear. And we've seen this over the course of cycles. This is what crypto is. There's such manipulation. 72% of ADA holders are classified as hodlers, having held their ADA for over a year. It gets better. A recent analysis by Into the Block indicates that Cardano settles around 7.2 billion daily in on-chain volume, outperforming several other networks. This, and here's the key part, this results in an exceptionally low network value of transactions, that's NVT, ratio of just 2.62, which may indicate that ADA is undervalued. And it is undervalued. It is so undervalued. And so this is a really cool on-chain metrics I wanted to point out to you. People are holding, everybody. People have been accumulating, tons of people accumulating ADA because of what is going on. I saw this headline today. Dubai officially approves Bitcoin and crypto for salary payments. It's a great headline. Let's give that a like, right? It's a great headline. But then I was thinking, look how popular of a headline this is. Dubai officially approves Bitcoin and crypto. That's huge. It was not long ago to see what else Dubai was doing. Dubai police will use blockchain to conduct investigations. And who are they using, everybody? Cardano. A strategic collaboration between the city's police department and Cardano Foundation was announced at the World Police Summit in Dubai. I'm bringing that up as a reminder. We see kind of this spread, this adoption of crypto throughout the globe in different countries. But when we see headlines like this, it applies to all of crypto, applies to Bitcoin, it's a big headline. Just think, the same exact headline applies on a more of a micro level to Cardano. Dubai is using Cardano as well. And then I saw this, Argentina can't get enough of Cardano. About 2 weeks ago, we hosted ADN, an event with over 400 people. We brought speakers from government, private sector, and blockchain industry. Argentina is ready for Cardano. And this is what's going on kind of like this past couple of days. You've probably seen a lot of this. People at Rare Evo playing Doom on Cardano. So check this out. Here's Adam playing Doom Cardano on Hydra. So powered by Hydra. Cheers. Every frame is a transaction. Really insane. There's no lag at all. And this is a demonstration, everybody, of what Hydra is going to bring to the table. Hydra is this scaling solution for Cardano. You can think of it as kind of like parallel lines that run alongside Cardano, and basically just allowing for multiple transactions, more transactions to happen off-chain in a secure environment, so there's no congestion. So there's just so much traffic, so much things that are happening, transactions that are happening, scaling while staying secure. So it's speeding things up, and this is what Hydra is. You can see Sunday, we're thrilled to be a part of the team showcasing the powerful scale of Hydra on Cardano by transmitting every frame of the classic game Doom on it as its own transaction. That's crazy. Every frame. A powerful demonstration of what's possible when blockchain meets real-time applications. And so I sit here, and I don't know if you're still here watching this video. If you are, comment, hit the like. There's a thesis for every chain, right? The reason why I like Cardano is because look at what's happening. This is a scalable, secure, decentralized chain. That's what crypto is supposed to be, right? That's a pretty solid thesis for this top 10 crypto. There are others, when I look at these, you know, these top cryptos, these top chains, and it just seems like it's meme coin central. And that's fine. That's a good thesis. It seems like it's VC central, and that's fine. That's a good thesis. But for me, as a value investor, I just see something here. The way in which this chain is being built, it's a little bit more researched. Well, I should say a lot more researched. Took a little bit more time to build, but here we are. If Hydra can handle 11,000 transactions per second across 65 heads, then that's a very solid foundation for a global payment system built on Cardano, don't you think? And whether or not there's going to be a global payment system on Cardano is up for debate. But I'll tell you one thing. Cardano is prepared for huge scaling ability. So that's that. Now I want to kind of pivot and start talking about some charts. Before I do want to give a shout out to iTrust Capital. And I'm actually going to talk about very briefly my crypto IRA with iTrust Capital, how I'm thinking about maybe utilizing it as we enter this kind of next bull cycle, and as it pertains to ADA BTC. I want to just discuss some brainstorming with you, but they actually are official partners of USC, University of Southern California Athletics, and right now they're doing this. Especially if you're a football fan, you can enter to win. I hit the link in the description. iTrust Capital, the official cryptocurrency platform of USC Trojans, celebrating their partnership with an exciting giveaway. One lucky winner will enjoy an amazing USC experience trip, and you can just see the grand prize: football VIP tickets, 2 airfare vouchers, $300 Uber, food and drinks at the game, 2-night hotel stay, $400 gift card. If you're a football fan, if you want to take a stab at winning this and taking a nice trip, and there's also a second place and a third place prize as well. But iTrust has been an awesome sponsor of Crypto Capital Venture, and put aside that, insanely powerful product for long-term macro-minded crypto investors. There are so many benefits to a crypto IRA. So please hit the link in the description below and get signed up with them and enter to win this VIP experience at USC football game. So let's dive into the charts. I mentioned iTrust because I'll tell you one thing I failed at last cycle in this move, the ADA BTC parabolic move. I did not play this as strongly as I would have liked. And that is to say, altcoins in general, this is what an altcoin chart looks like versus BTC in a bull market and then in a bear market. And there can be something said to kind of protect your gains by moving to BTC. I'm not saying you have to move it all, but maybe some in an environment like this. And I think what I want to explore doing in this next cycle as ADA, no guarantees, but I think ADA will make a really powerful move against BTC, as many altcoins will. And this applies to other altcoins. I think what I want to try and do is we get the move. I do want to, within iTrust Crypto IRA, you can move your altcoin to Bitcoin or even to fiat. And there are so many tax advantages to that. You're not being taxed on that trade within your crypto IRA. You do that in something like Coinbase, you're being taxed at that moment. And so that's something I'm going to explore. And I think that's a really powerful use case. There's so many for having a crypto IRA with iTrust, but that's one of them. And speaking of this ADA BTC chart, let's really get into it. Did it bottom? Has it bottomed? That's the question. Are we about to get a repeat of the cycle? And I think what we're about to do is get clues on the Bitcoin dominance chart and also just ADA charts in general as to what might actually happen next on this chart. But you can see it's very reminiscent of last cycle in terms of being down. We're actually at a almost identical ADA versus BTC level as we were at this moment last cycle. It's insane to see that. But I want to go over to the Bitcoin dominance chart very briefly, just to give like some quick context to what could potentially be next. And so if we go to the Bitcoin dominance chart, here's where we are in Bitcoin dominance. You can just see on the monthly, Bitcoin dominance having a powerful month on the current monthly candle, and we're getting very close to this lower high Fibonacci on Bitcoin. Now, if you look at last cycle around this moment, what was Bitcoin doing? It was kind of making a very similar power move close to the lower high Fibonacci, this red rectangle. That's what these are. These are lower high Fibonaccis, and a Fibonacci is an indicator to kind of show this, right? So the last swing high back here to the swing low, and it's Bitcoin dominance making its way back up to this lower high area. This is important for the Cardano charts. This is important for the ADA BTC chart, because if we want the power move for ADA and other altcoins, it's this move we're waiting for. It's Bitcoin to finally start falling and altcoins to get their moment. And right now we're on track. You can just see very clearly from previous cycles, we are on track for this, right? This is post 2016 halving, on track, and then now on track. Here is the monthly chart now on ADA. I wanted to point something out on the monthly, and I'm not going to spend a ton of time. I love just the picture of the monthly chart. It's just so crypto. The repetition of these cycles is insane. And so here we are with ADA, once again, a very similar environment to this time last cycle, falling, fear, what's going to happen. I put this, though, this is what I want to talk about, this 20-month moving average. I put game on above 40 cents. Last cycle, when ADA broke 40 cents and then actually retraced to, or not 40 cents, when it broke the 20-month moving average and then retraced kind of just above the 20-month moving average, this was a really key macro move. It's a bummer, the fact that ADA already escaped it and then fell back below it. And that's why it is essential, it is critical that we see ADA get back above this 20-month moving average. And I think it's going to be a really bullish signal when it happens. We're looking at around 40 cents. So from a macro standpoint, and then obviously we have to contend with this one around 69 cents, the 50-month moving average. But this is the massive macro cycle flippening area that we want to see, and it's 40 cents. And that becomes a pretty short-term type of target for ADA when we start zooming in slowly. Here's ADA on the weekly, and then we're going to look at the daily. On the weekly, the one thing I just wanted to mention, as I always am pointing out, is it's just a reminder, everybody. If we look at last halving, where ADA was this time last halving, because everybody forgets it. From bull market high to around this moment last cycle, ADA was down 93%. Last cycle at this moment, what I mean is, after 2020 halving, months went by. We're sitting there, we're watching ADA. It's down 93% from all-time high. You know what people were saying? It's game over. ADA's done. ADA right now, from all-time high, down 89%. We're just in a very similar environment. And then you say, man, but Dan, ADA is just underperforming against everything. And I talked about this in the last video. Yeah, ADA is down right now from this swing high to where we are now, 58%. But everybody, this is every altcoin. The headlines are going to focus on Cardano being a terrible altcoin. Here's AVAX down 68%. It's just altcoins. So that's a reminder. But going back to the daily chart, let's break down some daily short-term price action. I know in last video, I basically am just saying, like, the biggest thing I'm watching really is the 20 and the 50-day moving average. But I think I'll sprinkle in some context now that we have that monthly chart, 40 cents right around here. There's that 20-month moving average is right there. So look at on the short term, like this yellow line is me painting the 20-month moving average. That's a macro. That's like a potential bull cycle indicator going off if ADA can get back above there. But look at how just close it is to the short-term resistance areas. So we have a macro resistance area very close to a short-term resistance area. And this really could be, if ADA can make an explosive move above these things, this could be just the trigger for ADA, if we go back to the monthly chart, for ADA to escape into its altcoin run. This could happen quick. It looks so bad. And then usually those are the moments where something crazy happens. Boom. And I'm not trying to put hopium out there. I say all the time, it could not happen, right? Altcoins could fail. Crypto could just fail. We could keep falling. We have to be prepared for that. I'm not just going to sit here and say, we're bullish, we're about to explode, it's about to be here. But look at the short term. And so this is what I'm watching now is kind of, and it kind of brings some excitement into play to have a macro type of area that's so crucial, the 40-cent area, into the short term. Because if we measure this from where ADA is right now, we're looking at the 20-day moving average, not even 5% away. That could happen very quick. The 50-day moving average, 14%. That can happen very quick. I mean, this can happen in a day. And then we have 20% from that macro area. The 20-month moving average is a very important area for ADA. And if ADA can make this 20% explosive move, this would be critical for ADA as it relates to this chart, this monthly chart, and the flipping into the Cardano bull market. So these are just some things I'm watching on Cardano price, but all in all, I think there's so much happening with Cardano ecosystem on the macro. There's so much happening with crypto. Crypto is incredibly bullish right now. Bitcoin's bullish. Solana's bullish. AVAX is bullish. My favorite dog or meme coin dog is bullish. Cardano is bullish. This isn't like, man, some are, some of these are just, Cardano's just got nothing going for it. It's all about Solana this cycle. It's not like that. It doesn't have to be like that. Cardano has, I think, an insane foundation built all the way back here with Shelly, the staking mechanism, Mary, hard fork, multi-asset ledger, smart contracts with Alonzo, Vasil scalability. We have Chang, hard fork. It's all like here now this cycle. Last cycle it really wasn't. What's ready to happen, I think, on Cardano is explosive and big. And only time will tell how this plays out. But these are my thoughts, everybody. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I appreciate you. This is just my analysis. This is just the way that I see things on these Cardano charts within the crypto space. That's it. I hope you have a good weekend. I hope you're doing well out there. I'll see you all in the next video. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Your support means a ton. And God bless.